Alright, fingers crossed that we are seeing the beginning and the end of the technical issues. And no more for the rest of the stream. Hello! How are we all doing? I don't know why my internet is crawling to a halt. I clicked go live, and then usually there's usually a bit of a delay. Maybe like 15-20 seconds tops, but it was like 2 minutes. I was sitting here refreshing. Nothing was happening. So I suppose, quick check, obviously audio, as always, but are we kind of like live and reasonably in sync? Like, if I say hello everybody, and you say hello Stephen, we're not like on a different time zone entirely, are we? Make some noise in game. Yep. That's about the loudest noise. Oh, we woke them up. We're doing technical checks. Mr. Geth, man, leave me alone. Woke them up. As if the Geths sleep. As if they're people. The fuck? Alright, that didn't do what it should have. Somebody help me, please. Jesus Christ. Sounds good. Good.
All patched up.
Anyway. Now that we can actually play the game proper. I was still doing my pre-stream checks. Give me a break. How are we all doing? Oops, sniper. Snipers should always really be your #1 priority. I don't really have got especially useful squad teammate powers right now. So we're just going to have to hide. Because I can use Singularity, which is very good at crowd control and like knocking somebody out of the fight for a while. But nobody else has anything. Like for Rex, he can make himself tankier. He can make himself tankier. He can make himself tankier. He can make himself do more damage. Or he can warp. Which, I mean, it's alright, but it's not really what I'm looking for. And Tally can take out enemy shields. Overheat their weapons, that's about the only useful thing there. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of need... You kind of want to have a good few biotic abilities on standby. But I guess that's why we're getting Liara. Hello, Ariana. I love that Rex can do biotics. I wish he could do more, that's all. In fact, we haven't checked level ups since we started this mission, so while we're at it... There we go! See, we need a few more things under our belt there. We have unlocked heavy armor or stasis. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, we'll get stasis. It's more immediately useful to us. Because I'm just noticing these gaps in my capabilities this early in the game, and it's like, Gonna fill these in. And I'm not just talking about Tally. Shut up! Get some, what does dampening really do again? Enemies can't use biotic abilities. First aid. What? Okay, actual question. What good does the teammates having first aid do for us? Because it's ability which only Shepard ever uses. So I don't know. What you cooking? Eh? Oh, I'm cooking, so I will be in and out. Okie dokie. I think it makes the heals stronger. I assumed so. I just wasn't sure. Like it, as a group, it kind of... In fact, you know what? I'm gonna buff my own healing there a little bit. Okay, we are using mostly assault rifles, so let's focus on that. Throat and Reeve are some of my favourite, yeah. Honestly, biotics are just so overpowered. Because you're just abusing the physics system of the game.
Cavern formed around the ruin after it was built.
That seems unlikely, but fair enough. It's only been 50,000 years. Geological processes this extreme take longer than that, but whatever. That's Earth logic. Ah yes, the blue lady. Only one on par with the purple lady. I'm glad to see another Liara defender in chat. She gets a lot of slack. Oh, come on. Why are you guys so terrible at your job? Buff my shields. Slap that on. Nice. Liara's alright. She's no Jack. Ah. Weather is above 16 degrees, which means my brain is on fuck up. Wonderful. I wish we had some heat here. We had our summer like a month back for a couple of days, and then I guess that was it. Done forever.
Hello? Could somebody help me?
Hello?
Please?
Could that be a blue lady?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
God, that's loud? Is that loud? That's loud to me. Keep it down!
Quit shouting. This place is crawling with Geth.
Sorry, I am a little... Look, my name is Dr. Liara Tassoni. I am an archaeologist.
We know who you
Listen,
are.
this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil.
She acts surprised. She knows.
The barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it
She's
on,
working for her
I did
mother.
Something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Overly suspicious shepherd. Alright, alright, alright.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate.
Liara, Tali, and Jack are the go-to female romances,
That's
in
the
my
tricky
opinion.
part. The defenses cannot be
Yeah.
shut off from the outside.
I've never
How
been.
you'll get in here?
I'll tell you what, I've never been into Miranda.
There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Like, Miranda to me is like the sexy insert female protagonist, female character that they kind of expect everyone to go for, and that kind of puts me off. It's like, why you assuming I'm gonna go for the literal supermodel lady? Like literally modeled after some supermodel, I believe. I've been genetically engineered to be perfect. If you say so, I'm going to go with the bald, crazy lady. Or the immunocompromised purple alien. Or the chronically ill frog man. Grasshopper? I don't know. Whatever Thane is. Come on, poke your head out. Or I'll make you poke your head out. There you go! As I was saying, biotics, they are very overpowered, especially when you get them high level. Because you get to points where it's like, oh no, we gotta fight a Krogan! Ah, this is going to be a tough fight. Wait a minute. I have lift! Whoop. You get Liara to lift him, and then you get Rex to throw him. And you literally launch him out the, you launch him into outer bins. And then he gets disqualified. Because that's the rules of the Cell games. You know how it is. Yeah. dispose of barrels.
All targets down.
She's like punk Jedi Sinead O'Connor. Sinead? I can never pronounce that. I know what you mean. What? How's everyone been? I've been okay. I have, ooh, I've been doing a good chunk of editing today. I've finished editing everything that I had recorded, so now I've just got the one last bit of recording to do. Voice recording. And then the video will be done. I'm just helping Lily get some Skyrim modding set up as well. We have some severe weather coming in tonight. Moderately high tornado risk. Oh, controller mode. Oh, first try! Jesus! Was that a muscle memory thing, or...? Hope you liked the video, Neil. It's a shame Femshep can romance Jack. I don't know why they didn't... I'm assuming you mean can't. I don't know why they didn't put that in. A bit patronising that Jack can only get with a dude. Bit of a trope. I mean... I think there's pros and cons to having, like, gender restrictions on, the preferences of characters. Because, like, on one hand... it is a facet of a character's personality, right? You know, they can have tastes. They're allowed to have preferences, right? But on the other hand, I want to smooch. You know how it is.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
The thing is, Jack is bisexual. Yeah, she is. That's a good point. Femshep does show interest in her. That seems to have the rug pulled from it. Well, I've never gone down that route, but yeah, that doesn't make any sense when you think about it.
And yet,
Also, she said the word.
Oof. There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on. I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
Hello, Mr. Draconius. Mr. Draconius. I'll try that one again.
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Currently fighting
We
Chimera
have to
tanks.
hurry.
Time as a
The whole
flat
place
circle.
is caving in.
Oh, Operation Anchorage. Yeah. I was trying to think, where do I know that name from? It's an overused terminology.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Stop yelling at me!
ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him. Shepard.
Rex.
Shepard.
Rex.
I don't know if it's this character, but isn't there an Asari who's all,
Shepard.
oh my god, I was like the youngest person elected president or something. And she was like 76. Liara does mention it, or will mention it later. She's like 108 years old. But I'm barely considered more than a child in my culture. You know how it is.
Surrender.
So it might be her.
Don't. That would be more fun.
She's not president though. She's just she's just out of college basically. She's doing her freshman year. Or I don't know what these words mean. She's she's doing her gap year.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Right. Skill check. Let's start with a stasis on that guy, just so we can get in position. Let's get a sabotage on the rocket trooper. Ooh, and singularity to fuck up their formation there. Snipers and rocket troopers, you should really deal with them first, because they are an insta-kill. Like, they're low health. They're just like last cannon. Ah. But they can really fuck with you before we start whittling away at Frank Corrigan here. What can we do? Get throw in there. You missed. Useless.
Fire in the hole!
Sniper. Uh-oh. 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 Rex is down! Rex is down again! Oh, he's still alive. Oh, that could be a problem. Ah! Ah!
You're good to go.
That was a little close. Right, we should be fine now. What the hell is that noise? Why does it sound like some serious Sam enemy? If you know what I mean. I reckon that sound effect. What is that? Yeah. I thought she was originally a femship romance and they removed it. Probably some EA shit. I don't know why. She's a freshman sophomore in the tri-state area on her Sweet 16. Red Lobster. Nar sounds. Yeah, this guy knows. This battle could screw you over so bad if you don't have the right teammates or the right skills. Even on not so high difficulties. I almost soft-locked here once. Hardcore difficulty. No, it's absolutely true. I remember actually Sam on his first time playing through. He got to this point and was really struggling. Was I at your house? I actually think, was this not the first time I visited you in person and I helped you get through this? If you're still there. If I remember right. It was that or you were streaming it and I was just helping you over probably Skype back then. Jesus Christ.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull.
Alright.
Future reference?
Enough of the sass.
Almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing.
Back before the long hair,
I don't have a lot of
yeah.
experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction.
Oh,
That is
reminder.
my real area of
I need to
expertise.
leave
I have
at
spent the past 15
8 o'clock.
years trying to figure out what
You know the
happened
drill.
to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
No,
Damn.
that was close.
I hope
106.
I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect,
I did my own
I have
research.
heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them.
It was
The
aliens.
left remarkably little behind.
Oh, obviously,
It is almost
Shepard.
as if someone did not want the
You
mystery
fucking
solved.
rube.
It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible. According to my findings,
I know,
the
Godzilla.
Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
If you leave her to be saved right until the end, she gets delirious and loopy in the stasis field. Yeah, if you do the other main quests first, and you get to her, she's like, I'm very dehydrated. Oh, I'm hearing voices in my head again.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
Yeah, we'll chat with the crew
I
after
have
this.
been
We need to
working
catch
on
up.
this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge. Patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
What cycle? What are you blabbering on about?
What cycle? What are you talking about?
Basically
The
what I
galaxy
said.
is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
I get that time is relative for different species, but surely even an Asari should understand 50 years is a lot. Why is her research ignored? Probably because, a little bit, the relativity of age. I think the Asari in particular put a lot of stock into, like, the wisdom of age. All the highest sort of members of government, and not even government necessarily, but like the what are they called, matriarchs, which is actually what Benezia is. Like, why Benezia has so much influence and why she's so dangerous for her to be working with Saren is because she is one of these, you know, long-lived, wise folk, shamans, or whatever you want to describe them. So for her to have some up-and-comer little nerd be like, I've got my own theories, she's gonna be, you know, shut down a little bit. Also, I think there is a little bit of issues with her mother. You know, a little bit of high expectations and whatever. A little bit discrimination against Liara personally as well. I mentioned this last week. I suppose it's not that much of a spoiler. Liara is a pure-blooded Asari, which if you remember this whole fucking rant I went on, lore dump I did last week, Asari put a lot of stock into breeding outside of their species, but both of her parents were Asari. So I suppose there's a few reasons.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
Hello, Reg.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged
Of course they
one,
would venerate
is worth
age when they
almost any
refuse to
risk.
die.
But the beacons were only programmed
They're
to
not
interact
immortal.
with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed.
Alright, you simp.
This isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right.
Ooh, Ashley's jealous.
I'm sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit.
I really hope I don't miss out on the death of Ashley. What?
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Don't... Again, why is it like I want to do the renegade options because I want to build up my renegade points. But stop making me be racist against my friends.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you,
I'm not doing it.
I am-
It's out of character. It's a little bit too out of character.
I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process.
Can you imagine living forever?
Not
Imagine how much you would
examined by a medical
forget.
professional. It will give me the
Yeah.
chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the council?
I'm pretty sure there was an episode of Doctor Who about that. With, Is it Maisie Williams? Is that the actor? Game of Thrones person. And she basically lives for like millions of years, resents the Doctor for accidentally making her immortal, and is like, yeah, I can't remember any of my loved ones anymore, and I blame you for it. Kind of depressing.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Just to be clear, I am only ever calling the Council so that I can hang up on them. It's fun.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit, Commander. Our role is to offer guidance and advice.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
I don't need this.
Communications cut, Commander.
It's like the only reason I live stream, so I've got somebody to argue with. Life would be like Highlander, but without the sword fighting or Queen soundtrack. Yeah. Eh? I don't know. There's some stupid, pointless things I've never forgotten. Oh. You've not lived long enough yet, Phil. Hey, Stephen, or Scott, how's your day doing so far? It's Stephen. I'm eating my lunch right now, so I'm having a great day. I wish I had some lunch to eat. I am very hungry. My wife's at work, so I'm completely incapable of taking care of myself. So I've been eating chocolate biscuits and knickknacks all day. I just couldn't be arsed making fried rice. I always make fried rice. Bored of it. There's not all else in the house. Alrighty, who should we have a chat to first? We've talked to Tally. Hey, Garrus. You admiring the Mako?
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
If you live 10 times as long as every other species you interact with, there is no difference between that and immortality. Effective immortality. At least the Krogan live a long time as well. So, like, if you're an Asari, you're going to have a horrible time making friends and romances with every other species. But Krogan? There is quite a few instances of, like, Asari-Krogan friendships / rivalries / lovers, often all three at once in the series. It's quite charming.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
Oh,
But
no.
CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure.
We're going to break Garrus.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of
The
Saren
Immortal,
was
yeah, yeah.
I just couldn't take it anymore.
Where is Omni-Man? Where is he? Sorry, the Immortal as a character has just been ruined for me. Which is fine, because I never liked him.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Oh, he's gonna murder so many innocents. Stop encouraging his worst impulses. Here, Rex.
Shepard, what can I do for you? Shepard?
Rex?
Stop it.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It seems similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Alright, stop being a dick, Shepard.
You're still here. It can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them.
Tell you what, this conversation is
the genophage infected us.
Almost word for word the same, whether you do it Paragon or Renegade, I'm noticing. That's a real... I think that's a problem, especially... I don't know if the first Mass Effect's the worst for this, or if the other ones are just as bad. A lot of the time you've got those three options, and it's like, diplomatic, neutral, kind of an asshole, but all three are actually just the same voice line, with the same reaction. I don't know. Tell us about, you say you're dying out?
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Alright, we can talk to him more another time. We'll split up. Hello?
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, sir. Well, maybe.
Rex is so cool. Yeah, he's one of the best.
I know things are different aboard the
I wish he'd
Normandy,
just eat
but,
Ashley.
I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
How many star maps have you found so far? Oh, none yet. We've got to work on it.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Sir! No, sir. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Oh, okay. Shut that conversation down fast. Yeah, I'm gonna play Shepard. You know, he's a bit of a douchebag, but he's not gonna be a racist. You can't really play as a racist Shepard all the way through the end of the game anyway. I don't think. Like, even if you wanted to roleplay it that way, it doesn't really work. Especially when you get into the Cerberus side of things. Like, you can side with Cerberus and all their motivations throughout the second game, but no matter what, they're still going to be, you know, the third game. I suppose we'll talk to Kaidan as well.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes.
Hey.
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Oh, what?
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
Fuck off.
We'll talk another
We're
time.
done.
Okay?
Who's the blandest, Kaidan or Jacob? No, I think Kaidan's blander. I think Kaidan's blander by a long shot. I just think Jacob's a shittier person. And then there's Vega. James. What's up, Doc?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'm gonna go check in on the blue girl, blue lady.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
No.
I just want to talk.
Of course. I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
You big, stupid jellyfish. I had to save you. You can help me stop Saren.
I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship.
Karth, what do you know about Tatooine?
Who looks at me, they do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions.
Ugh.
I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Bit insulting in it to put the blue girl in a blue room. What you have to listen to and watch? Betty Blue and the Blues Brothers. Yes. Get her some blueberry pie. Haven't read all the lore logs, but did the Turians plan to use the genophage on humans? No, I don't think there was anything like that. So the humans and the Turians did have a very brief war. To the Turians, it was really just more like a little tiny border skirmish, but to humans, it was like this big defining chapter in our history, the First Contact War. But no, there was never really anything that sinister. The only reason they used the genophage on the Krogan was specifically to curtail their really, really high birth rates. You know, the Krogan were, you know, once they had been uplifted from a much more primitive post-apocalyptic, because they nuked their own homeworld, setting, and given access to, like, modern medicine technology and all that, they were basically able to overcome all of these environmental factors and, you know, predation and diseases which were curtailing their birth rates, and were now just, like, going through an explosive, you know, increase in population, which, of course, required them to, like, colonize new planets, usually planets already claimed or colonized by other races, so it was like, uh-oh, they're going to take over the whole galaxy unless we stop them. And so they infected them, the Solarians and the Turians, with a wee little genetic virus. Anyway, I wasn't listening to you, Liara, sorry.
You're right. That doesn't sound very interesting.
On occasion, I have run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumbled across small bands of privateers. That probably does not seem very exciting to someone like you. I guess seeking out history's lost secrets holds a special appeal for me. I would give a century of my life to discover a beacon like the one you found on Eden Prime. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
I'm not some artifact you can take back to your lab, Doctor.
I am sorry, Commander. I did not mean it like that. I am used to dealing
Be
with
nice to
people
Liara, we
like this. I
will.
am not very good with people. I let my professional curiosity get the better of me. Please forgive me. Let us talk about something else.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events.
More involved?
She thought allying herself with
I think they're
Saren would somehow
bloody
make
involved
the world
enough.
good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Maybe she was just born bad.
Any chance she's in this for power or personal gain?
No, not the Benezia I knew. But I hadn't spoken with my mother in many years. She may have changed.
Alright.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Again, there's more topics of conversation to have another time. Save Rex, he must live. Of course. Rex will live. Alright, let's go back to the CIC. You know, guys, the USA isn't involved in the world stage enough. They should make more of an effort. Righty, what should we do now? We haven't fully explored this system, so we might as well just finish that up before we leave. Part of me really wishes the Oblivion remake wouldn't come out so quickly, or else I probably wouldn't
Commander
would have
Shepard,
come back to Avowed by now.
Dantius, I have a job for you. I can't say anymore in an unsecured communication.
You can always just choose to play Avowed
If you're
instead.
interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
I think Shepard and Liara speaking was the first thing I saw of Mass Effect. We forget how revolutionary the dialogue wheel was. Dialogue wheel gets a lot of slack these days. Kinda deservedly so. It has its place with voiced protagonists, you know, you can only have so many. It's a quick, like, glance when you have, like, the positive, neutral, negative responses. It's a way of just, like, not thinking too much about what you're going to be saying. You know, but I guess I'll always prefer the full-on RPG style where you've got like full written sentences. You know exactly what your character's saying. And you can have a bit more variety, but made for consoles.
I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Huh? Am I dealing with the love heart again? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Phil. Like the love heart blocking chat? No. I suppose it doesn't really matter who we bring. Nope. Beep beep beep. Dantooine's a boring place. It's all plains and herders and small settlements. Perfect for the Jedi to lose themselves in, I guess. That's all I can think of, at any rate. Thank you, Lieutenant Karth Malenko. You're so insightful. This is why you're everybody's favorite companion, no matter what universe you're in. Yeah, I think I knew what planet this was as soon as I heard. Distress beacon! We should save. There's a distress beacon there. I wonder what it could be. Oh my god, it's a giant worm monster! God, I hate fighting these things in the Legendary Edition. Their attacks have got much bigger projectiles, I think. Much harder to avoid. And their aim is really good! He was aiming where I was gonna be. With almost perfect precision. Son of a bitch. Sandworm, sandworm! Try to just use this beacon as a little bit of cover. Ooh, ah! There we go. Thresher Grandma. Horrible things.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Looks like these men
Who
were
planted the beacon?
We want to know what happened.
Let's get moving.
I can never remember if he disabled the beacon or not. Just leave it on, apparently. Right, I do not think I'm going to waste time exploring every nook and cranny of every open world map. Otherwise, this stream will take like 3 weeks longer than it needs to. So let's just head back. Why are we on Jakku? Because half the terrestrial planets in this galaxy are just sand. Just how it is. First try, yeah. I want to act smug and be like, do you know who you're talking to? I'm good at this game. But I'm pretty sure the last time I played this, I died twice. To that guy. He could be a bit bad. Also, I think I'm playing on Insanity on the console, so that makes it even worse. There should be something. There should be something in this. There we go. I don't think there is an asteroid belt in this game which doesn't have something hiding in it. Patavik. Fargalusse. I want to see your Fargalusse. Shut up. Huh. Sorry, I'm kind of having like a brain fart moment. This isn't the same planet we were just on, is it? Pretty sure it's not, because I usually make a point to survey everything else first before landing on any planets. So, okay, we'll go. It's just another Jakku world. Coarse, rough, irritating, getting everywhere. Yeah. Oh no, this one has a little bit of grass. Different planet. What have we got here? Stronghold? Why am I here? I suppose you kind of just got to assume that it's like, oh no, we picked up a distress beacon or signs of life on this planet. Send an away team to investigate. That's how they do it in the second game, at least. They give some kind of reason for landing. Otherwise, it's just a bit random. Bit of grass, must be Mustafar. Trees! Jake, just so you know, if I don't read your comment, it doesn't necessarily mean I haven't seen it. I just don't necessarily read every comment. Because I've noticed you a few times, you'll repost the same one repeatedly, and I feel bad. It's like, oh no, he thinks I haven't seen them. We are very inconsistent with what chats we read. What? Ooh. Actually, I've got a couple level ups I need to do something with. God, the horrible life of being a random mercenary in the Mass Effect universe. What do? You just kind of sit out on your little platform 24/7 and then get incinerated by an Alliance tank. The boys are back in town. Yeah, Tali and Liara. Speaking of which, 34 points. Let's get stasis. As I've said, it's very powerful. Warp. Lift. All the biotics. Singularity. That'll probably do. And for Tali, I like to focus on getting your electronics and your is it dampening? Oh no, it's hacking I'm thinking of. You want to get them high. Or decryption, actually. It's all those different things so you can loot all the boxes you find. Why is she dressed like Zori Bliss? I don't know. Also, reminds me I should check their gear. They've got bugger all, and they've got bugger all. Ooh, shotgun. The game has gotten very quiet suddenly. It's a little weird. Somebody say something.
Rex?
Shepard?
But before we do anything else, I just want to change what mods I have equipped, because I am set up to fight Geth, but we're now fighting human mercs, so that'll give me a little bonus. Why does Shepard have such slutty hips? Because he is. Don't know. What do you want from me? He knows what he is. Pirates! Wait, what weapons are we using? Tally, 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 tally. Why are you using a sniper rifle? Girl! Why are you using a sniper rifle? Why can't I change? Shotgun. Come on. Shotgun! Ah, crap. Some of these, like, random outposts can be real fucking tough nuts to crack. Because you just get swarmed by, like, dozens of enemies before you can even get through the door. That's why I'm just doing this. My usual is just to keep my squad mates here and just pick away at them. Running in is just surefire way to get yourself killed. Are you seeing what I mean about biotics being very powerful? It really is the thing which keeps you alive. If you're getting charged by a Krogan or a bunch of enemies, just throw in a force pool. But because they have quite a long cooldown, you want to have a few. You know, me having the one here, it's handy. But Liara having the 1, 2, 3 also. And it's not like they all run on the same cooldown. So you just kind of like stagger them. All too easy. Hold on, there's still someone alive. Either they're upstairs or... Oh! 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 An Asari slaver. Now, I think I know who this is. Blah. You could say they're nutty. A little nutty, yeah.
To me.
Alright, form up. We're done. Pirates in reality are never as fun as they are at Disney. Pirates also don't actually wear those silly outfits. Then what's the fucking point? Ooh. You know, I was just going to say earlier, it's really hard to get good, or any Quarian armor in this game, but then I go ahead and find some in the very first place we go. Nice. Now she looks like she's part of some medical team. You know, there was a real lack of people yelling, "I will destroy you!" or "Go, go, go!" during that combat encounter. Have they nerfed it? Have they nerfed out random enemy dialogue? Where's the fun in that? Literally all pirates have going on is the aesthetic. They definitely don't have good video games. I know, right? Yeah, sorry, a little in-joke there. I've never cared for pirate games. Everyone gets so hyped up for like, oh, Skull and Bones, fucking the sea pirate game, being a pirate at sea, whatever it was fucking called, Sea of Thieves, and I'm just like, it's never been an aesthetic I'm that into. I don't get the vibe. Okay, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Ah! Fuck, that was awful. It was just never a gap. I don't like this. I don't like this game at all. This minigame. I like this game. You discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers And Nasana Dantius, the person who called us when we were on the ship earlier, an important ambassador on the Citadel, are sisters. You have a twin sister. You should return to the Presidium and confront Nasana with this. So we kind of skipped a stage in a side quest there, because we got a message from Nasana Dantius like, hey, you should meet me on the Citadel. I got a job for you if you're interested. And that job was to go hunt down some nasty slaver people that are like ruining her reputation or something. Of course, one of those people is her sister, so that's why. Just got Lego Jurassic World. Are the Jurassic Park trilogy packs worth it? I don't know what that is. I'm a little confused, actually. Jurassic World, the video game? They come with all 4 movies. Well, at the time, 4 movies. So I'm not sure what pack you're talking about. Unless you're playing some wacky version of it, which only comes with the Jurassic World movie, and then the other 3 good movies are DLC, in which case that's nonsense. Those were the best part of the game. If I ever have to abandon society and become a pirate, which given the recent direction of the UK might happen, I will 100% be leaning into the gimmick. You should. Otherwise, what's the point? I can't wait to play as Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Yeah. Right, I think that's us cleared this whole little star system. Let's have a quick trip back to the Citadel, I think. Trans pirates sailing the seas, robbing from fascists and giving it to the queer. I'd watch that show. Yeah. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee, being a pirate is alright to be. You couldn't even become a pirate in Starfield, could you? Not really. You became like a fake pirate working for the government or some shit. Ahoy! I think the pirate life would be fun until they get pulled over by the Coast Guard and have to guilty sail back home. The fucking Coast Guard coming up to you being like, you know you can't do this, right? And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Fun's over, boys. Turns out what we're doing's against the law. I was shown this here video, and it said that you would never steal a car. Nor would you steal a handbag. Turns out, piracy is not a victimless crime. Arr. Looking now, and they just added characters like the Kirbys, and like, yeah, that's from the... I don't know what version of the game you're playing, Phil, but this is all news to me. Those were in the default version. I don't get it.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer.
The closest thing to pirates I like is anything like coastal cave looking. Like any PS2/early PS3 fantasy game. Oh shit, I don't want to talk to this guy. I don't want to talk to this guy. We're going back on the ship. What? We're going back on the ship, I said. He scares me.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination.
Souls 2. I know as soon as you said, like, coastal cave pirates, I immediately thought Dark Souls 2.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
He's relieved. Whew.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
Saving my boots from burning lava is part of your job, Joker. We don't give medals to soldiers for doing their jobs.
That figures. Just get me a nice card and a cake. No coconut, though. I hate that crap. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Jesus Christ.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my legs.
Be nice to Joker. Stop telling me to be nice to people.
And crack. It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
He will learn to be nice. Character arcs, my boy. There's something very funny about 17th century style pirates with a modern handgun. Yeah. '17th century pirates on an old, like, sailing ship. Fire the cannons! And you just got two guys loading up a javelin missile launcher. Or some anti-ship equivalent. I know, it's probably not the ideal tool for the job, but I couldn't think of a funnier example. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Will we just head off to the next main quest? I feel we're too early in the game for that. I don't like to go rushing off. I want to do some side quest stuff first. What have we got in our journal? Collectathon. Oh, we can't go back to the Citadel. That's right. We heard this on the news. Hold on. Find the freighter in the Farinata system of the Hades Gamma cluster and make your way to the biotics on board. What was the actual plot? Fanatical biotics of the Hades Gamma cluster have kidnapped the chairman of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies and are holed up in insert jokes here, and are holed up in a derelict freighter in the Farinata system. Right. Hostage situation. Sounds like a job for Trigger Happy Shepherd. We gotta kill those fanatical transes. What? It's the J.K. Rowling government. No! Now, where did they say they were? I've already forgotten. I can never keep track. Hades Gamma, wasn't it? Farinata. There we are. Shepherd as MAGA. Make Alliance great again. Yeah. I mean, that does come later. Yeah. We will be seeing them this game. Gotta get them at the Citadel, or the random ones that pop up whenever you enter systems. Yeah. Don't worry, I knew I had a couple in the back pocket here. I just want a few more levels before we go rushing off to fight. Commit to a main quest, you know. Now, we're talking about this, like, with Lily playing KOTOR and that, but does anyone else have, like, a set order in which they play games all the time? Like, for me, once you get the ship, it's rescue Talion Therum. I then do Pharos first, then Noveria, then forgot the name. The one with the nuke. I don't think Cerberus is in this one. But I wasn't necessarily talking about Cerberus. I mean, they are technically in this. But the political party front of Cerberus is an encounter. Terra Firma, yeah? Those arseholes. Who are we bringing? Who are we bringing? Garrus. Yeah, Liara, Feros, Neferia, Vermeer. Same order as me, yep. I don't know why. I find Neferia should be more of a late game one for me because the final boss. It just feels wrong doing it too early. Oh yeah. No, sorry. Maybe I
Intruders,
did
kill the
bad
hostage.
words. I didn't mean anything about this mission.
I gotta be more careful.
And we fucked up. As I said before, the real killer in this game is if the enemies decide to rush you. Because there's not much you can do. There's not much you can do against a bunch of fanatical biotics who decide, we're going to just bum rush them. So, what we'll do instead... try and get my companions to be in good positions beforehand. Come on. No. No, this is too far away. Regroup. Come on. Liara, where are you? Dumbass. Right, here they come. No, 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 no. Don't go rushing in, Garrus. Stick to the plan. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, they're all immune.
Gotta make sure that...
What can you do? What can you fucking do against it? It's absurd. Look out, it's the Psiotic Biotics. Yeah. Yeah. When I played KOTOR fully for the first time, I looked up a Planet Order guide. So, I don't know, is there a difficulty order with KOTOR, or is there just kind of a preferred plot progression order, you know what I mean? It's just whichever you, prioritize, I suppose.
Intruders, kill the hostage.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Incoming! Medic! Medic!
Why is she not a ragdoll right now? Fucking hell. They are so aggressive. They are so stupidly fucking aggressive. Aye. Right, we'll go back to this plan again. I've never actually had to do it this way before. I've usually been able to hold my ground at least in these first, you know, bit here. I don't know if I'm like a little bit lower level than I usually am, but we'll do what we can, I suppose. Let's get your assault rifles up. Get your sniper rifles up. Ooh, now dampening is probably the right thing we need for this situation. quick save, so we don't have to do that again. Gear is too low. Yeah, actually, there's a very good point. I have done nothing with my gear this whole playthrough, because I don't want to change my armor. Oh, but actually, I only recently unlocked heavy armor. So I've been holding off until then. Yeah, it's all the micromanaging stuff that I'm happy to do. It's just because I'm streaming. It's like second priority. What have you got, Liara? Are you even good with shotguns? I don't remember. Alright, save again.
Intruders! Kill the hostage!
Okay, let's get a dampening in there, please. Followed by, there we go. Can I get up, please? Can I get up, please? Can I get up? Shield boost. They continue their bum rush. Come on, Liara. Oh, Garrus is dead. I pressed the wrong button. Bloody hell. Shit. That's fine, there's only a couple of them left. See, one is not a problem. It's the fact that there was like 7 of them. All spamming. Spamming their bloody biotic force push. Wait for Garrus to catch up, because I don't actually know how this is going to end. Come on, dude.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman
The
Burns
Force
and
is the
finish
only
this
thing
charade?
people appreciate.
Please. I was trying to help you people.
Underappreciated Jedi. Do we try and talk them down, or do we just start blasting?
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Oh, here we go. So we can peacefully resolve it by being a dick.
If you die fighting, you'll get a lot of biotics killed as well.
What do you mean?
You've just made all L2
Think, you
biotics
idiot.
look like terrorists. Think of what will happen to them.
But people need to hear about what the government has done and what it has failed to do.
People have already heard. You don't have to kill me to make your point.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Get Luigi in here.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Oh, look at this
See to
freak!
it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
Then you weren't doing your job. The 5th Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
Exquisite features. No, you can't say that. It's just eyes are so high up his head. Aye. Well, we made it. Took a couple attempts. A couple attempts of banging your head against the wall, but we get through eventually. Fucking... I really don't like this. I see. Let's go. Oh no, there's still more stuff to steal. The BioWare classic long face. Glad they didn't fix it in the remaster. Everyone in this game does what I like to call the Hollyoaks madman stare. It's when a bad actor in a soap opera has to suddenly be threatening and crazy to convince they aren't nice. Huh. Are you sure that's not just BioWare face? Because everyone just kind of stares blankly. A little psychopathically. I think I had a really good acid shotgun in Mass Effect 1. Yeah, corrosive rounds can be pretty good. Gun mods are up. I suppose we could fuck around with that now while I remember. It's also just trying to keep track of, like, because you've only got so many things you can carry. And so you want to be keeping the best mods equipped and binning everything else. Do I want toxic runs? I tend to just go for, like, the flat damage. But depending on what mission I'm doing. If I can't be arsed changing weapon all the time, then just... the flat chemicals, not a bad shout. Heat absorption... probably. How do we sort this shit? Sort by level, yeah. And then it's going through every game individually. I'll probably just make my shotgun my anti-personnel weapon, because for whatever reason, it's the thing I tend to pull out if I'm fighting a Krogan. Yeah, whatever. And for snipers, we will do... probably anti-synthetic. Just throwing the dice, really. I'm just trying to think, when are you most likely to be sniping anything? And I'm thinking Geth. Long range maps. If you're fighting people, you're probably doing it in hallways of, like, office buildings. If you're fighting Geth, it's probably on a battlefield. So it makes sense. And for armor... we have... what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Sort by level, come on. Nothing worth a fuck. Yeah, shield recovery, whatever. I like the micromanaging. I really don't mind micromanaging. It's just I'm very conscious about the fact that I am streaming. And I don't think it's that interesting to watch. It's the kind of thing I would rather do off-stream. And will try to.
Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
And of course, that voice actor is, what's-his-face? Bishop from the Aliens movies. Lance Henriksen, there we go, thank you. Stephen famously living up to his can never remember names when he needs to. It's a disability I've just learned to live with. Completely random, not on any topic whatsoever, but has anyone ever realised how fucking weird worms are? It's just a tube of skin, and it's just like, alive. Yeah. And they're always throwing grenades at each other and blowing up bowls of fruit. They're just little freaks. Micromanaging in Game 1 sucks. Game 3 sets a pretty good middle ground between 1's menus vomit and 2's minimalism. Yeah, I quite like the weapon mods and stuff in 3. And the armor customization is just, all in all, much more interesting in 2 and 3. Because there's actual customization. It's not just going through a bunch of, like, horribly named weapon mods. Number 1, number 2, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 3, you know, so on and so forth. And then every now and again you have to go to a merchant and dump all these mods because you've hit the carry capacity. It's all just kind of tedium. Like, I'm gonna actually give credit to a video game called Dragon Age Veilguard and say that its like weapon upgrade system was quite good in that you could find duplicates of a weapon or a piece of armor, and rather than end up with, you know, fucking 32 grey tier armor and then a bunch of blue tier armor and a bunch of green and then purple and then gold, and it's all just like level 1, level 2, level 3 Grey Warden breastplate or whatever. Every time you picked one up, it would automatically replace the one already in your inventory just with a better version, you know. If the assault rifles did it in this, that would be convenient, but it also wouldn't really make that... Well, no, actually, here's a better option. Rather than having to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different assault rifle... What's a good one? Avenger Mark 5 or whatever. You just have the Avenger. This is how Mass Effect 2 and 3 does it, doesn't it? You unlock a weapon type for the whole squad. You don't need to actually find like 5 for each companion. But every time you find a newer version, a rank 2, a rank 3, it should just replace the one that you already have, you know? Makes it a lot easier. Because very quickly into the game, I have already accumulated far too many rank 1 and rank 2 items that are worthless and just exist now to be sold. Shepard joins the Avengers. No! You nincompoop. The Avenger Assault Rifle, the main primary battle rifle of the Systems Alliance. And a hideous-looking weapon, I gotta say. Here we are, the Avenger. Can we turn it round? I want to see it. Yeah. Anyway, why are we here? What are we doing here? There's an anomaly. There's a research base. I know you're being silly. Classic RPG inventory. Pain in the arse inventory. Why are we here? What are we doing? Socrates or some shit. Yeah. Also, I've really not been drawing attention to it because it just washes over me like silk sheets. The fucking Mako. This is standard driving around in Mass Effect 1. There's nothing to be done about it. Oh yeah, hold on. This is the no, maybe? This is not the biotic cult. This is an abandoned research base. That's what it is.
Nobody's been here for a while.
We're just being nosy. Yeah, it is just the better Cybertruck, isn't it? Space. It's just like a classic episode of Star Trek. We're just roaming around. We find life on this planet. We go to investigate.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
I suppose we'll go have a nosy, won't we? Speaking of which, what are you guys wielding these days? Yeah, that'll do. Shotguns give you something high damage. Half decent assault rifle. That's all you really need. Ah, no good armor, boo. I would not want to drive in the Mako over terrain like that. My spine would end up like jelly. Checkmate, my spine is already jelly. It's got that good suspension. When Steven saves, it's because he knows what's coming up. 30 minutes of streaming remaining. Ah. Hey, fellas! Don't let them touch you! That's the real danger. They've got this little EMP burst. That is lethal.
I've seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Well, this is suspicious looking. Want to rub your face on it, Rex? I'm sure it's not affecting my mind in any way. Whenever I see husks, I just hear C-3PO saying, "How horrid!" Uh-oh, uh-oh, oh, we've been flagged! I'm out of grenades. I don't know what that guy's doing. He was just chilling. That accounts for all the Exogeny survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Tech zombies, literally. Yeah, yeah. That weird little tech shrine looking a little bit tentacly, a little bit octopusy. Not an accident. Let's just say that. Leonardo DiCaprio pointing gif. Hey, that looks like the thing from Arrival. Yep. Yep. God. It's like trying to merge into traffic. Right, what can we do with our remaining time? How many dark side points do we have? I want to be able to argue with the Admiral Kohoku, who's standing waiting for us menacingly back on the Citadel, but I don't think I've got high enough like intimidation points yet. We'll see. Well, we're maxed out for as high as we can get, but I think that's determined by how many points we have. Are we enjoying the stream anyway? If you excuse me, I'm going to go grab a drink, actually. That's just a 2-second break. Kitty cat. Ooh. Why are you following me? I disturbed the cat by leaving the room. Oh, gives me something to enjoy while I play Crime Scene Cleaner. Ah, how are you enjoying that? Right, rather than just like aimlessly wandering around the galaxy, I think we're gonna... we're gonna have to head back. We're gonna have to just get yelled at. I see her, the Queen, in the doorway. The cutest cryptid in all of Scotland. She is a little freak. And as some of you know, she pooped all over the flat earlier this week. Which I have not forgiven her for yet. Yeah, 12 people watching. Cool. Sorry, just having a glance. BB. BRB? Baby? What could it mean? Don't say the Sam word. Don't say the Sam word. Don't say the Sam word. BB Kitty. Ah, cool.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior
Bit stuttery because of cloud gaming, but otherwise, okay.
Logged.
So it's a you thing. That's fine.
Officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Oh, Steven, have you seen... Pressing buttons on my headset. Have you seen Death Battle with... I'm just going to stop you there and say no, because I've not watched any Death Battles.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
What do you
Admiral,
want?
I'm on urgent business with the Citadel. Is there something you need?
Let's get one thing clear, Shepard. You might be a Spectre to the aliens, but to me, you're just another junior officer. Be respectful. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council.
This man is a racist.
I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
This ship saved our lives a dozen times over.
An exaggeration. I've read your reports. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
I wish they still had this narrative in the other games. What, like Alliance, integration, Brexit versus... what do you... Or this guy specifically?
Normandy is an Alliance warship, but she's on loan to the Citadel. That means she's not in your chain of command.
I believe there's something wrong with my ears. Did you just contradict me?
This ship is Council property right now. So, respectfully, please clear the gangway.
Have it your way, Commander. But expect me to file a report on this.
Alright. Never before have I just told him to fuck off. But it worked.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to...
Yeah, like, the whole... How much does humanity want to be influenced by, and how much do they want to influence the wider galaxy, is like a big plot point in this game. But it's kind of resolved by the end, or it's presumed to be resolved by the end, you know, with how you deal with the Council. Spoilers. And you're right, it's not quite as important with the later games. Or it's entirely sidetracked by the Cerberus Alliance conflict, you know. It kind of becomes presumed that Alliance is all pro-alien and Cerberus is all the anti-alien, rather than the Alliance itself having its own internal kind of contradictions there.
Commander Shepard?
Makes it a little bit too neat, maybe, that way.
Khaleesa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
Go away.
I'm not in the mood, Miss Al-Jalani.
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight.
Punch the reporter! Punch the reporter!
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand.
Davik Kang in Kotar. Who's he again? What planet?
Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The crime lord on Taris. Not the whiny one who's like, kill them all! But, we mugged him from his ship. We mugged him for his ship. He had an accent in Kotar, right? He was kind of doing a little bit of like an Italian voice. Am I thinking of the right guy?
We all know it should have happened years ago. I hope the Council realizes that we won't sit at the kids' table forever.
Some believe that without firm action on our part, the Council will continue to treat us like poor relations. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
I think they know not to ask me to work against my own people.
I think our viewers will be glad to hear that, Commander. You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Why does that trigger him?
I've had enough of your snide insinuations.
Where the fuck did this come from? And there we have it. The first of many. It was so uncalled for, Shepard.
sees that, your career is over.
It was so uncalled for. Nothing she said even I mean, I don't like her. She's a bitch, but, you could have waited for a moment where she was actually being, you know, snide. I think Shepard just really doesn't like journalists. Or women. I don't know. One or the other. While we're here, we're going to go, empty our inventory, I think. Seize the tapes!
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander.
Show me what you've got. Sell all junk. I don't have any junk. Oh, I see. Oh, dear, oh dear. Right, let's just sell everything that is... Maybe we'll just sell everything. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll keep going, keep going, keep going. And we'll stop here. Shepard has been itching to pull a Sean Connery. Right, where are we going? To the embassies. First. Oh, that was a closed fist. Yeah, that's not Connery. He just slapped, didn't he? Well, Shep is an egalitarian.
Could you spare a moment of your time?
It's closed fist for everyone. Tell off the jellyfish! You're right. You're goddamn right. We'll go check in with Nisana Dantius first. Hello, I killed your sister.
Commander Shepard, I am Nisana Dantius. I'm glad you're here. I must talk to you about my sister Dahlia. She's been kidnapped by slavers.
Oh, really?
I killed Dahlia myself, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
Credits won't go. Where is this going?
I'm a Spectre, not some merc for hire. I can find credits anywhere.
True, but I'm the only one who can authorize you to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
You should probably also recognize that voice actor. Since we're talking about recognizable voices. I was so worried he was going to say something like, "Take it off." I was expecting it as well. After what happened last week. You know, nothing's off the table with this guy. Big stupid jellyfish. Who dat? That is, did not go by like two names? Grada Lyle, Gradalise, Azula. From Avatar. Alright, let's see if we can tell this guy off now.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
The CSEC officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
This one is too humble to suggest that the CSEC officer is personally biased. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
I don't care about your intent. You're making all Hanar look like troublemaking zealots.
This one does not wish to prejudice the listeners against the Hanar.
You Hanar deserve what you get. You're either too snobbish or too stupid to follow simple rules.
Jesus Christ.
This one will obey. It does not wish to prejudice other species against the Hanar. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
You big, stupid jellyfish.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
He's terrible.
Somebody needed to set that thing straight, and it obviously wasn't going to be you.
You have already demonstrated your ability. I acknowledge it, and I will learn from your example. Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Why is he such a cunt? This one thinks you're an asshole. This one will cancel you on Twitter.com, formerly known as X.
I'm telling you, this is not what Jake would want.
It's fine, we're not ending stream with that bloody conversation. Oh, hello. Hello, kindly old lady.
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
I've got plenty to do already.
Of course you do. But this would be easy work for you, and I pay extremely well. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
You're just, like, telling me that you're, a criminal.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
And what do you get out of this?
We share
She's like,
interests in
who?
certain
Me?
cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates.
I'm sure we can
Goodbye,
deal with one
Commander.
of them before end of
It's
stream.
been a pleasure to meet you.
Sure. Red sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. And it kills people. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, what a lovely lady. I hope she gives us some Werther's originals after we kill these crime bosses for her. Yum, 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 yum. Ah, dear, dear. Why do I have no stamina? Instantly out of breath. Jesus Christ. CSEC is technically... I guess it is. Hold on. Actually, I kind of want to... I want to take a weird, awkward way around. Let's go... Markets. I want to try to find somebody while we're on the Citadel. Not you!
Hey, Commander Shepard, it's me, Conrad Werner. Remember me? You were too busy to talk last time, but that's not a problem. I know you're busy being the first human Spectre and all.
I'm pretty sure I just told you to fuck off last time we talked, actually.
There's a lot going on right now. Is there something I can do for you?
This will be fast. I just wanted you to know what a big fan I am, and I was wondering if I could get a picture.
No!
I don't have time for this crap. Go back to whatever hole you crawled out of.
So that's how it is? The rest of us should just let you reap the fame and glory? Well, you're not the only one who can stand up for humanity. I'll show you.
He's gonna get himself killed. I've told him to fuck off twice. Actually, 3 times. Is that all the armor he's wearing? Yeah. When one armor isn't enough, just keep piling it on. Conrad Werner becomes the big bad of the 3rd game. He is, potentially, something of a recurring creature. He's going to get himself killed and it's all your fault. I couldn't live with it.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Will that be Conrad Werner done with the trilogy then? Possibly. If he actually does go get himself killed.
Hey, you're that Shepherd kid.
Here we are.
Hey, been a long time, huh?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
Well, I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta? I worked with your mother. We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I guess you're not in the service anymore, huh?
You're retired, yeah. You know how it is. Times are tough for vets. They always are.
Why are his hands covered in flour?
Sorry, I don't remember you.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me.
I hope it's
Look,
flour.
I need a favor.
Or
I'm kinda
paint.
short of money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
You're barking up the wrong shepherd. Maybe my mother would help you. I think you'll just blow it on booze.
I'm not a bad guy, kid. I just took my share of lumps. Don't judge me. You ever want to come by and talk? I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right?
So, this is our excuse to call home and talk to Mom. So you remember, we had the 3 origin stories, and this is the one where we actually have living parents.
A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the deferred...
Who knew the Krogan were so litigious? Yeah? What, all Krogan gotta be warriors? They can't have a single lawyer on Tuchanka? Well, joke's on you, we got 3! I know it's not much, but it's something. I think the Spacer one has Mum. Yeah, I think we are a Spacer. He's a drudge-y. Okay, we are kind of running out of time, to be honest. Oh, we'll see. We'll try and just rush back to the ship. CSEC. It's kind of... this is something they could have and should have, if it was possible, fixed. Make a fast travel point that actually takes you to your ship. Because it's kind of weird that you have to go through the police station.
Announced plans to direct Hamlet with L-Corps cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the L-Corps with a Hamlet who uses L-Corps body language and pheromones. Kit claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Nerds. That's usually what happens to vets. They get shrugged off by society and then drown in a bottle. It's sad, really. Yeah, don't take my shepherd telling him to fuck off as, like, an endorsement of treating vets badly.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot more of mistreating vets in the US these days.
Aboard. XO Presley stands
Spare any
relieved.
credits. Help a veteran get a warm meal.
Message coming in. Patching it
Leave
through.
me alone.
Commander, Ms. Al-Jalani's story.
Oh shit.
Just aired. The brass isn't happy with the way you treated her. This comes straight from the Joint Military Command.
I don't have the patience to deal with tabloid gadflies who think they're great journalists.
Commander, if she had done that at a bar, she'd go home in an ambulance. But they want me to make this clear. We can't mistreat the press. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
I feel kind of bad now, actually. Because usually you just punch her and there's no consequence. But this time it actually has the bloody military brass being like, Shepard, you can't. They're going to sue us. Right, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Fuck. It's probably quicker if I just... Where are they? Gemini, Sigma. Sigma balls. Right. I need to go in 5-10 minutes, but we might be able to bum rush at least one of these crime lords before we go. Where are we? There we are. Garrus looks fantastic in white and blue. Garrus looks fantastic whatever he's wearing. Especially bright yellow. Becomes my little honeybee, as we used to call him. Me and Sam. We love becoming the Banana Clan. All wearing bright yellow armor. Alright, where are we? I think we're in the right system. The hot pink armor is pretty hot too. Everyone just stealing Ashley's look and pulling it off better. Yeah. Honey Queen Garrus. You're my little honey queen. Ooh. Fuck off. Right, sorry, I lean on Liara pretty... Not like that! In combat pretty hard, because, they are quite overpowered. Steven, what do you think of Dragon Ball Daima? Good question. I stopped watching it. Not for any reason. Me, Sam, and Phil were watching it together, and I think we were all enjoying it. And it was like, yeah, we'll watch more of this again, and then we never did. I liked what I saw. What? What? Shepard turning to Rex, being or Shepard turning to Liara like, hey, you want to see me go off this cliff? And she's like, no! And Rex is like, yeah! By the goddess! Man, that was fun. Do it again! I still love when we would do yellow and green as Zarbon and Dodoria and Guldo. And yeah, you gotta have matching color teams. Whee! Oh, we're approaching the base. Imperial troops have entered the base. Imperial troops have entered the base. Are we the are we the bad guys? Well, in this case, no. They're fucking like slaving crime lords. But a lot of the other times, we are sometimes the baddies. It has been known. Right, I'm trying to find a decent way up this fucking cliff. This'll do. Goodbye, spine. Goodbye, hips. Hello, ribs. Oh, hello. Whee!
Got it.
3 minutes past 8. Yep. My favourite scene in Dynamite is when the Minotaur man said the gamer word. Shut up. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. When you get further and further into the base. Right, everyone just make positions here. There we go. We want them to come to us, see. Before you die, Liara. Well, she's dead. Oh, I don't like having to deal with close-range Krogan. Come on. Oh, there's the crime boss. Actually, I do have it set for organic duty. So let's get the shotgun.
Bring it on.
Charge. You're invincible. Go on. Get him. I hate this. I hate when they're all just like diving between cover. Nope. I'll stop running around like an asshole. Just a few more to mop up and then we're done. Oh, I was wondering why Liara was taking so long to do anything. She's dead. I was waiting for her abilities to recharge. Crime Lord defeated. Helena was right. These guys are had quite the operation going. But that's all going to change. One down, just one more to go. Blah, 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 blah. And with that, we are going to have to call it quits today, as I need to go pick up my wife. We will, I'll do some off-stream micromanaging and leveling up. Oh, shit, shit, shit. I pressed the button that's going to make Steam start yelling at me. Crap. Well, thanks as usual, everyone, for watching. I hope you had fun. I did, as always like some Mass Effect. Right, I'll catch you later. Ta-ta.
Shepard.
Rex.